Karibu sana to the very first episode in the year of the Lord 2024. You and me are graced and blessed to have such a wonderful opportunity to see this new year and this new season. And I want to welcome you as we just reflect upon this wonderful season that we have, this wonderful time to make resolutions. Do you have resolutions, by the way? We'll be getting there. It's back to school, and therefore this will be the back to school edition, and even as we reflect even about the new year plans ahead. I am not alone. I am with a great guest with me today. I'm going to give him an opportunity to just say hi and tell you who he is as we continue the show. Karibu sana.
Thank you very much. My name is Pastor Gitonga. Yes, yes, I come from Naivasha, but I'm here at Tubonge at the moment. There's something we're doing, and thank you very much. Awesome.
Thank you so much. It's an honor to have you on board. And thank you so much for the support. So many people have been telling me, Chege, tumekuwa tukifuata. We've seen the many stories about mental health, about dating, about our circle. We've learned so many things about our faith. Last year was so eventful. And so we look forward for a great year. We're going to learn so many more things. And so I appreciate, even as the youth department, we're here to welcome all of you guys. And here at the Tubonge show, we are here to educate us and to help us have an opportunity to enjoy great content. So I thank you so much. And as we had mentioned, we're talking about back to school. And on this time, parents have quite a time to prepare their students, to look for funds for school fees. And we want just to have a moment and reflect upon these moments and just tell you we are together with you and know that God has a great plan for you. I don't know, Pastor Gitonga, when talking about the back to school, what are the thoughts that come to your mind in this season where people are hustling to go back to school? The students are anxious. They had 2 months just at home. I don't know what thoughts you have.
Now I think it's a time that it's actually a very anxious moment, especially for those who are joining institutions for the first time. Especially those who will be joining Form 1, and those maybe who will be joining colleges, and those who, especially for the very first time. I think there is a lot of anxiety because you don't know who you're going to meet, you don't know what kind of experience you'll be having, you don't know how the studies will be. Some people are joining some new courses, some people are going to take architecture, others medicine, others engineering, new courses, and somebody doesn't know, oh, how is it going to be? Is it tough, or will I be able to cope? Yeah, you're going to meet new friends, so you're wondering, how is it going to be? Am I going to meet good friends? Is it, you're worried about the peer pressure. You're wondering, will I still be able to stand? Will I still maintain my principles? Will I still maintain my integrity? Yeah, there are all those thoughts that are coming. And of course, those who are going to be candidates. Yeah, this is a year you have to make or break. We say make or break. So you're wondering, will I make that A grade or B or whatever you're trying to, whatever you're aiming to get. So there's that tension. You're wondering, am I going to make it academically? Yeah. I think that's what comes to mind. I think, when we think about the students.
Yes.
Yeah.
So there is a lot that goes on in mind. And they always say, they call January Nja Anuari. There is Nja. Just because of the reason that sometimes people forget that a new year will come, and in Christmas, they buy all the chapatis, all the, good things, and they spend all the money with nyama choma. And January can tend to be dry. And so, and more than that, because for us, we believe, despite all these challenges, we can always have a way. But you're going to find that even maybe the economy, there has been some shakeups. And the parents are wondering, how will I manage all these? And does God even have a plan for these kids that I'm giving all this to, and I'm sacrificing what they call blood, sweat, and tears? You're giving it your all. to raise these children. And there's a parent who's watching and asking, it's back to school. What hope do I have as I'm raising these children? What word do you have for that parent out there?
I would just like to encourage you that, yeah, do not be anxious about anything. Yeah, yeah, but yeah, in everything by prayer and supplication, make your request known to God. As we put our faith and hope in God, He's able to open doors for us. And I'm sure there are many anxieties, especially when it comes to parents, because you're wondering, okay, it's not just about the fees. You're also wondering about the kids. Some of them, you've stayed with them at home. Maybe they have been in day school, they're going to boarding school, and you're wondering, oh, how is it going to be there? I've been taking care of them. Are they going to still maintain the integrity? Are they going to maintain the discipline? Yeah, but I think the most important thing is just cast your anxieties to God, and the Word of God tells us that we commit our ways to the Lord, and He will make He will establish our steps. So once you commit your ways to God, then God will be able to direct you. God will be able to lead you. And there are some scriptures that encourage us, especially like Psalms 112 verse 2, yeah, that tells us that that the generation of the godly is blessed. So our children are blessed. Okay?
Oh yes.
So we don't have to be anxious. And I believe when it talks about blessing, it talks about all areas. It encompasses all areas of our lives. So that means there is provision, there is purity, there is the issue of integrity. So there is God being able to take care of our children, so that we know that they're going to stand out as people of integrity, as people who have character, and also God is able to provide for them. Yeah.
Interesting thoughts. And you see, in Matthew chapter 8, we learn of the centurion. And the centurion had his daughter sick at home, and goes to Jesus and says, come heal my daughter. And even goes ahead and says, actually, I'm a senior leader, but you don't even need to go home. If you just say a word, it will be enough, because of the love he had for the daughter. And Jesus said, I've not seen such a faith like this. And as is your faith, may your daughter be well. Yeah. And here we are looking at the love of a father, because someone who is looking at Jesus, and Jesus is maybe held up with all these things that he's doing, but he's like, you have to look into my case because of my daughter. And in this season, you know, I remember in school you could have someone being given pocket money, thousands of shillings. Yeah. Let us not mention what we were getting for pocket money. They call it the pocket money sponsorship program. Let me not mention what some of us we are getting. Yeah. But you get some people in thousands. But a parent is doing all this because of love.
True.
Let's talk about, even as their parents, because why I'm saying this, there's one of the parents who was telling me, one of the kids he's paying 300,000, another 200,000. Yeah. To the extent he can't have fuel for his car. So you see, it shows he's giving more than he has. He's not living within his means. So he'd rather even get even ulcers and even hypertension because of the stress. How can a parent limit, or rather, how far should a parent go with the love to their children? How do you balance and not overdo?
Yeah, I would want to say, I think, in the levels of education, okay, I don't know, this is not a financial advice, or I mean, this is not a financial forum. Yeah, but generally, the advice from those who advise on financial matters would encourage us to be able to save in the early years of the children, because at a certain time we may not have a choice. Okay, there's a lot of choice on which kindergarten to go and which primary school to go, but as they begin growing older, I think the choices, we are more or less dictated by other circumstances. Like now for high school, people get invitation to national school, and there's a standard that is set. Maybe it's 53,000 per year. That's what I'm hearing now. It should be maybe around there. Yeah. If it's an extra county school, maybe 45,000. That's That's the information we have. Yeah, and as you continue, then you go to university. If they're in a public university, then the fees is already set. Okay, then if you need to take your child maybe to a private university, then But I think there are places we can be able to make some choices. Yeah, you cut a coat according to your size. I think that's something that somebody can be able to do, and I believe it's important that there is a balance. Okay, don't overdo things. I think that you also find in the book of Ecclesiastes. You don't overdo things. Sometimes you can overdo something.
Yes.
And then that is too much of anything becomes. We say it's poisonous. Okay. Yeah. So we don't overdo things. Actually, it says don't even be over righteous. Okay. I leave that.
Let's say don't be self-righteous. Yes.
Yeah. There is a law that you get from that book of wisdom. Yes. But I think it's important just to cut a coat according to your own size. Yeah, so that you look for the options that don't stress you. I mean, don't overdo things, because I think there are options. It's just the way you go to the market. There's a Gikomba market and there's another market elsewhere, and you might buy the same product at a different price. So I think just it's important that you're able to adjust and live within your means. I think. Yeah.
Amazing. The back to school, it's the season, it's the time. So we've been encouraged that the generation of the righteous is blessed, and therefore it is not in vain as you serve God. Now, in the next episode, we're going to be learning now about New Year resolutions, New Year plans, New Year reflections. What does a new year mean, by the way? So we're going to have that conversation. Why? We want as a church that we are going to walk with you in the journey of the new decisions and choices you've made. So remember to be with us next week, same time, same place. See you when you see me. This is PCA Thome pointing you towards Jesus Christ.